This time we will take the white flag. So 1 lap to go. Peterson trying to get in there for the race win. Can Holden McGill have anything for him coming into turn numbers 3 and 4? He's not going to go for it. Grant Peterson, your winner at the Southern National Motorsports Park. Or really try to block. Peterson into 3 and 4. Dingler trying to set up an over-under. Lunges it in. Dingler around the top. Trying to pick off Grant Peterson. He will not get there though. Grant Peterson wins the season finale. But for Holden McGill, he can now proudly call himself a 3-time LTAC Cup Series champion. And these guys are going to be coming on up with no knowledge that it's there. Merritt Watchorn around turn number 4. And Watchorn picks up the win in Fort Worth, Texas. What a drive to the end with that. Shelton closing in, and he's into the wall again. Major pulls to the inside, takes away the dive bomb from Shelton. Anderson hanging on. Shelton trying to size up a pass, round the outside, off of turn 4. Gets into the wall. Anderson hangs on for the win at the Darlington Raceway. Trying to see if he can hang on. Greg's closing in a hurry. Is something wrong with Rankin? Closing in fast. Rankin out of the final corner. Here comes the 27 with a huge drive off of turn 4. And just barely, Scott Rankin hangs on. The gap going 8 times. That number 6 truck has seen victory lane. Dingler won't be able to get there in 3 and 4. Spencer Ray will set a new OMSRL record. He sweeps the championship races. 5 for 5 in the chase and 9 total on the season. Spencer Ray wins his trying to see if he can get there. Tags the back bumper. Trying to go for the bump and run. Looking to make it work out of turn numbers 3 and 4. Can't get there. Minazzi Major takes his first race win of his Speed Tires Plus Cup Series career. Willie Schwabauer will pull to the inside, and Logan Simmons down to the bottom as well. Oh wait, Simmons out of fuel! Simmons is out of fuel! Here comes Hoffman, and all of a sudden, yet Hoffman with a shock win takes the win at Charlotte. What just happened on the final lap? They're spinning and wrecking on the back straightaway. Morris gonna pull even, shoved by Matt Schlosser. Schlosser trying to make something happen. Campbell trying to make something happen. Morris is clear. Contact between Howland and Schlosser. Pinched him off at turn number 4. Nate Morris, all by himself, walks it off and wins the mini stock race at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Whoa! Huge wreck across the line. He felt that was coming.
She's gonna tuck in line and goes into the outside wall. Ruman driving angry on the final lap, while Andy Poliski running away with this one down to the turn numbers 3 and 4. Ruman can't get there for a second, and it will be Andrew Poliski to win his first race of the 2024 campaign. Can Spencer Ray dive this one at the turn numbers 3 and 4? He's gonna go for it. Crashing in turn number 4, and off the final corner, Spencer Ray 2 for 2 in the chase as he'll take Miami. There goes Thomas Cook to the outside, but no one goes with him. And Gunter pushed back to the point. Angry finally goes up. He'll give a hand to the 200 car, but it might be too little too late. Pushing him all the way around turns 3 and 4. Here comes Tommy Cook out of the final corner. Hunter Ingrave looking for the middle line if he can just get the nose in there. Through the final corner, Tommy Cook clears the lines, and he will win at the Talladega Super Speedway. Aaron Raymond takes the defensive line. Brandon Gregg has got to send it all down to the turn number 3. Trying to see if he can get it in there. Looks for the high lane. Trying to set him a run for the front straightaway. Raymond still clear off of turn number 4. And clear he will remain. Raymond hangs on to win at Darlington. Dingler's closing. Doesn't go for the lunge to the inside. Ray covers him off. And Dingler can't do anything about it. Trying to get a run. Won't get there. Ray wins it at all at Bristol. Gracias is there to the inside of 1. Looking to see what he can do from the inside. They push up into each other. They make contact out of turn 2. Down the curve back straightaway for the final time. Jason Shu trying to push the 1 car to the point. Driving it in deep into turn number 3. Can Shelton get the drive around the top shelf? Coming off of turn number 4. All out drag race. And off the final corner, Shelton hangs on to win in Chicagoland. With this league, trying to go for his first ever win. Look at the 8. Paulson sending it up the middle. 3 wide on the back straightaway on the final lap. After Chicago Speedway, they're wrecking. Paulson gets turned. Now it's Foster turned. Paulson to the front. Can the FFRD car go to the point? The 89 stuffing it in from the high side. Anderson up turn number 4. Does he hang on? A big draft front. It's not enough. Alex Anderson wins, and they crash big time at the checker flag.
Massive accident under the start-finish line. Bunch of cars involved. That's the big one tonight. Thorpe Jr. involved.
Benjamin Lacey looking for the high side. Down in the 1 and 2. Nick Nickerson sending it down low. Cuts off Lacey as they slide up and then down the track. Lacey puts the chrome horn to him on the exit of 2. One more attempt to 3. Bump and run. He's going to get to the back bumper. Shoves him up the track. Drag race to the line. Nickerson into the wall. And Lacey steals it. And a photo finish to the line. Oh boy, Raymond blocking Zane Bailey down to the pit wall. Zane Bailey trying to attack back into 1 and 2. Can't get the lunge. Diamond's off. Enters high. Exits low. Here's the drive down the back straightaway. Raymond blocking down low. Bailey's not having it. Trying to stuff it into 3 and 4. I don't think he's going to get there. And Aaron Raymond could go 3 for 3. He's going to fend off Bailey to win it at Dover. Brody Gunter way down low. Angrave pinching him in big time down to the inside. Up the track goes Angrave. Angrave into the outside wall. Gunter with a charge down the backstretch into turn number 3. The 0-1 trying to hunt down his first win of the season. Angrave going for number 2. A drag race off the final corner, but it'll be Brody Gunter to take the race win. Yen Van Leer is dumped in the background. Oh, race into the wall. Ray catches the fence. Gassion's turned to the rear. Gassion spun in the background. Meanwhile, Ray and LaFrance side by side down to the turn numbers 3 and 4. Off of turn 4, does the 7 car have enough of a charge to take that lead away? Ray off of turn number 4 for the 2nd season in a row. He is your OMSRL champion. Poking the nose out, he's trying to set him up for a run, coming through 3 and 4. Hard on the brakes for Nick Nickerson as they enter this turn number 3. He's got to park that bus in the middle of the road. He's in the wall. Nickerson in the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. Here comes Lacey with the charge. Gap is closing down to a 10th. Can Lacey get him to the line? A 10th, continuing to close. Drag race. Nickerson hangs on. Win number 5 of the season, and what a way to kick off the round of 12. Sean Deal has gone so long without a notch in the win column, down to a quarter of a second. Deal has not gotten a win in over 5 seasons of competition, but he's got Austin Gassion right there. Gassion takes it to the bottom. He'll upset Deal's charge for a victory here. And Deal will have to suffer one more week. It is so close, but it won't be enough today. Sean Kaiser out of fuel at the line, just will get to hang on against Austin Gassion as he will buzz it in. Less than a 10th of a second, the margin of victory. Does he make the look in 3? Does he go for it in 4? Garcia looking for the inside. Brody Gunter trying to go with him. Garcia up to the top shelf. I think he'll wait it too late. Paul Ellison out the final corner. Ellison walks it off with a win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Kyle Zittel still hanging on to the head of this field as he drives it in deep into that 3rd and final corner. Gunter going high, trying to set up a run. He's got the run. Kyle Zittel tracking up, seeing if he can just hang on. Gunter won't get there in time. Kyle Zittel takes his first win of the season and locks himself into the top 10 of the playoffs. Final trip around this 1 mile oval. Dingler up to the top. Ray giving it his all down to the bottom. Final lap brawl. Wilson strikes the outside wall, and Spencer Ray forced to back out. Trying to send that one deep around the top side, but it's too little too late. Ryan Dingler will hang on to win at Rockingham. Side by side for the lead of the race, down into the final couple of corners. Kacik round the long way at turn 9. John Combs trying to fend him off down from the inside. Turn number 10 for the final time. Corey Barrett is right there. Victory is so close. 3 wide with the drag race. Kacik, I think, just manages to hang on. No, Combs. Combs takes it. Can't quite get there though. Lacey pulls clear to the top. I think Lacey baited him into making that move in 2, and it paid off to perfection. As Benjamin Lacey will take that one through turn numbers 3 and 4. Connor Gibson's out of fuel on the inside. Lacey comes off of turn number 4. It is his 4th race win of the season. Oh, but he runs out maybe just, and Hilbrand's almost got him at the line.
Benjamin Lacey on the inside. How deep does he drive it in? Oh, how deep does Thorpe drive it in? Both of them just barely letting out of the gas, getting into the corner, trying to rip it around the outside. But here comes Scott Schuer from P3. Does he make it 3 wide down the back straightaway? He's trying. Benjamin Lacey throws the block, but Schuer's there. They're 3 wide down to 3.
3 wide down into the final corner this time by Scott Schuer making it work, and Connor Gibson make a lunge just from behind. Still 3 abreast for the lead. Working on a turn number 4. Drag race to the line. They're crashing out of a turn 4. Here comes Gibson. Gibson snipes the win from 4th to take it off of turn number 4. 4.5 tenths closing. Has got to rely on Tyler Augustino really messing up as they work their way into the MGK chicane for the final time this afternoon. Hard onto the brakes. Coffer trying to close. There's still 1 corner. He's setting up a run. Right to the back bumper. Around goes Flams. Flams loses the podium. Coffer looking for the inside. Looking back to the outside. Final corner. Coffer. Swaby one. Round the long way. Kenny trying to pick him off on a drag race out to the line.
No
on the final corner. Coffer gets around him, and Coffer makes the pass for the win. Round the outside of Coca-Cola Curve. As they work their way out of the boot, back onto the racetrack, going to lap kinetic. Does he have what it takes to take it to the final corner?
Runs way wide. Gonna get the 1X, but he doesn't care at this point. Can he get the run out of the final corner in the draft? The 86 doesn't find the pin.
Drag race!
That's gonna be time. The 86 is gonna come through and win it by just a car length.
Wow! To the back straightaway. Within 0.3 of a second, Romano did not get a good drive. Down the back chute, Crawford, I think, might just be able to clinch this one because of that great drive out of the tightest corner on the racetrack up to the roller coaster for the final time today. The gap closes to 1/4 of a second, but now Crawford's got to navigate the toughest section of the racetrack one final time. Driving it in, down through the final left-hand corners on the racetrack. Now he's only got to worry about the right-hand turns. Romano closing right to the back bumper. He's within 1/10.5. Is it going to be enough? Romano closing still. Crawford trying to hang on with the drag race to the line. Romano pulls out, but he can't get the job done. And Crawford wins the Rognold's Hog Pen Hoedown. Trying to send it in for the final time through 3 and 4. Trying to get to the back bumper. He pulls alongside. Drag race won't get there. Jason Gracias with the win at the Dover Motor Speedway. Back out to the front straightaway. White flag in the air. 2 by 2. Brandon Gregg gets dumped. Gregg's dumped into turn number 1. Raymond trying to make the charge down the back straightaway, gives him a huge shot of the bumper. Coming off of turn number 4, who takes the win? At the stripe, it's Raymond! Raymond by the smallest of margins steals it as he got turned sideways at the line. Bounty blocking low. Masper looking high. Masper to the lead in turn 4. Drag race coming off the final corner. Masper for the 2nd time wins in Atlanta. Blue trying to defend. There's nothing he can do. McDougal pushed by Gracias. Gracias jumps to the bottom. Battle is on for the closing corners. Shane Weinmiller driving around to the point. Can anyone get around Gracias? Weinmiller loses to the inside. Checker flag is waving this time by. Blue looking high, looking low, trying to go 2 for 2. Photo finish. They make doors. 3 wide, not quite. Plute hangs on, taking the win, and Plute sweeps Talladega once again in speed.
As we're going down the back stretch and into turn number 3 there, side by side, going through turns 3 and 4, 51 may have the momentum coming out of the turn as we get down the start finish line, and there's going to be wrecking going on in the backfield, but we are race ended as 51, and McColgan takes the right move at the right time and takes the win here at Atlanta with a wild finish.
3 wide of pairs. They've worked their way down the backstretch and into the third and final corner. 4 wide now as they work their way down the straightaway. That's not going to work. We're crashing in turn number 3 and 4, and it's a big mess. McGill around the 13 around. Daniel Half, meanwhile, all by himself. Shiflett trying to get around him as they'll make the run to the start-finish line. Shiflett to the line. Going to look low, look high, back down low. Can't get there. And it will be Daniel Half taking the win as Nathan Shiflett couldn't find a way to get around at the line. The Ritchie brothers pushing. Kyle Ritchie is turned to the middle of the pack. Jason Garcia is around. Big hits. Hard hit into the outside wall. Several cars getting collected. Side by side over turn number 4. This one comes down to the wire. An all-out drag race. Casey Brown survives the odds. He takes it at Daytona. Hang on. Extra looking low into turn 2. Final straight before turn number 3. It's going to have an answer for him up in turn number 3 here this time by. Does he put the bumper to number 1? Oh, yes, he does. Leaning on the tail end of the DQ Mustang. Ty Marasco off of turn 4. Hangs on. The losing streak's over. Oh, he's turned. They're both crashed for the win. Who took it? I think Edstrom got him.
I think it is Edstrom.
Here comes Anderson. Regan goes with him. Darley up top. We're not done fighting yet. There's some lap traffic in the way. Entering the tri-oval. 3, 4, wide. Regan makes the move. Anderson trying to fend him off to the line. Regan steals it at the stripe. And in his first official points race, Richard Regan Jr. takes one away from points contender Bobby Anderson for the race win. Henry Bennett blocking all the way down to the apron, trying to see if he can keep Lucas Lavelle behind for one more time. The Frenchman can smell victory. He tastes it. He's going to try to look to the inside of a turn 3. Surely Henry Bennett has one more corner to go. What does Lavelle have for him? Bennett drives it in. Gaps under a 10th. Lavelle looking low. Here we go. Side by side of the corner. Bennett pulls clear, and he hangs on by half a 10th. Bennett to victory lane. Comes Dalton Kimbrough trying to battle back on the back straightaway. Thorpe way to the outside, trying to throw the Hail Mary around the top, 3 wide, and the approach down to turn number 1. Haggy still clear with the race lead. Nobody helping Thorpe. Thorpe's into the wall. He's going to slam into the second time. It's between Haggy and Kimbrough. Haggy's turn for the lead. Big crash across the line. Who makes it through? Does anyone make it through? And Michael Ashmore, side by side, 4 wide finish. Give it to Ashmore. Taking the 98 car to victory lane.
And he has got that one, but he got a little bit of a squiggle there. He's going to get spun down to the inside, but everybody else stays clear.
Disaster for the 45. He keeps it off the wall. Big crash. The whole field falls apart over in turn numbers 1 and 2. Multiple cars sliding, slamming in.
There's more contact. The 2 has been spun out as well.
Bowen down to the inside now on the racetrack. He's got it back sorted. Now Jurgen jumps to the point as this is about the wildest of final laps. Jurgen's way out in front, but he's got no help. And he's a sitting duck for here comes Bowen and Finnemore. A drag race out of 4. Looks high, looks low. 3 wide. Finnemore onto the apron. Bowen trying to power through, but Jurgen will hang on for the win in the Cyber 500. Last season, it all came down to a last lap melee coming out of turn number 4. Bailey to the top shelf, trying to make the lunge. He'll be pushed by Brad Slagle. Can he make that look? Trying to get around for the race win. He's going to get around the top, and Zane Bailey going to take victory as it'll be Josh Berry hooking one of those cars into the infield grass. Paul Witt will lose it out. And Zane Bailey with a shocker of a win goes from pusher to leader, and he takes it in towards turn number 1. Flags up front though, white flags in the air. Thorpe trying to make that look to get around Eddie Hagge. Looks for the inside, dives for the inside, sending it down to the 3 and 4. Turn 4, drag race, and at the stripe, Thorpe with win number 1 on season number 3. Now, he's got one more chance. It's got to be down to the turn 3. It's all or it's nothing. Will he be going to the final 4? Will he be going home? Aaron Smith trying to hang on. Thorpe steps it in. Punches Aaron Smith off the racetrack. Down to turn numbers 3 and 4. They make contact once and twice. Off the corner. Another drag race out to the right. Translate over. They wreck. Smith wins. Thorpe in second. Is it enough? Is it enough for Thorpe to make it into the final 4? 155 still in line. Dead heat down the back straightaway. Weaving left, weaving right. The two drivers on the bottom can't make anything happen. When does Cook try to jump out to attack that 64 for the race lead? It'll have to be the mother of all runs off of turn number 4. Off the corner, they're going to lap Brody Gunter. Here goes Rutherford, looking to try to defend. Tommy Cook to his outside, down to the stripe, Cook's into the wall, pushed by Williams, and Tommy Cook takes his second win and the season opener of season number 2. Plunging around the back straightaway, down to the turn numbers 3 and 4. What does Lacey have for the 92? Tracking down low into 3 and 4. Tony Hilbrands out of turn 4. Here comes Lacey with a run. It's a big drag race. Pulls alongside. Does Lacey get there? At the line they touch. And Hilbrands will take his first win of the season. Lacey potentially 3-1. Oh, a look down as Sheldon tried to sidetrack. Breaks clear. Flute trying to get around him. Here comes Sheldon fighting back to the top side. Drag race to the line. Crashing, and it'll be Ryan hanging on for the win. Carver desperately not wanting to be in the race lead. Now he's got to go for it. All out drag race up the hill. Carver trying to hang on. They're side by side for second. That might be game over. Coming around the final corner, this time by, gaps down to a quarter of a second, still closing, they will not get there. Covered takes win number 4. And for Alex Covered, he is your season 9 champion.
In the middle groove, Brad Slagle fighting on the outside, and Raymond Hammond on the inside as they wreck behind.
Big crash, multiple trucks hard into the inside wall. That's half the field collected. And a big crash coming out of turn number 2. 3 wide for the race lead. To the bottom goes Raymond Hanneman, trying to push to the front. De La Cruz will be in that number 2 spot on the top side. Contact again as we start to work our way out of turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air and waving. 3 wide, all-out drag race as we fire through the tri-oval. Coming to the stripe, beating and banging. It's neck and neck. Raymond Hanneman will secure the victory in the Robert Jordan 200. 3 of these drivers have never won a race in the High Tide Racing League. But will it be one of them or will it be a newcomer? Thorpe still trying to hang on to the bottom side. 3 and 4 for the final time this afternoon. The 34 pushing the 70, being pushed by the 89. He's going to get clear. Thorpe looking for a solid drive. Contact on turn number 4. Here comes Williams with the run. Checkered flag is waving. Thorpe losing out sideways. Who gets it? Lagunas takes his maiden win in an almighty wreck at the line. But Lagunas steals it right at the buzzer at Daytona. Side by side still, 3 abreast as we thunder out of the final corner. Kevin Foster clips the apron. He's going to just keep it up in there. Kilmer to the outside wall. They're 4 wide on the front straightaway. An all-out drag race. Here comes Lacey trying to make a run. Greenwell's turn. Foster's turn. Lacey shoots for it at the middle, and Benjamin Lacey goes 3 for 3. He's going to take his third win of the 2024 campaign. Trying to see if he can go for the point on the final lap of this 2-mile circuit. Farmer still hangs on to the lead. Does Hensley back out? He's going to back out. He's going to give Stewart a shot. Stewart looking for the inside. Final corner, Hail Mary. Farmer up to the top. Stewart down low. Which one comes out on top? A drag race out of turn number 4. Coming down to the start-finish stretch. This time by. Who is it going to be? And at the stripe, just barely. David Farmer hangs on for the win. Gage Taft trying to hang on. Sean Bounty backing up, setting up a run. He's going to look high. Greneau going to look low. Taft can't block both. Coming down to it. Taft is turned into the grass. The field crashes, but Taft takes the win. Marshall Stanley has never won the Indianapolis 500. He has had so many attempts. He has not been able to get it, though. Down to the turn number 3. Does he have something for him in 4? Dance trying to close in. Looking for second place. Down through 3 and 4. Off to the final corner. Here comes the drag race. Stanley's alongside. Coming to the line. Who takes the win? 3 wide. Blocker takes it. Blocker takes the win for the second time in the Indy 500. Brennan Gregg down to the inside of Jared Duda for the final time tonight. Down to the 1 and 2. He's got to go for something in 3 and 4. Duda still with the nose ahead, but he can't clear. Raymond shoving Gregg deep into 3 and 4. Does he have something for him up the final corner? It's close. It's a drag race. And Jared Duda just hangs on. I think he hung on for the win on that one. Had to have been less than 100th of a second. November to the inside. Thorpe trying to send it down to turn number 3. Here we go. The 34 to the inside. They make contact in the middle of 4. Out of turn number 4. Down to the stripe. Drag race. They both sideways. Bumping off each other. And I think Thorpe to victory lane. He's going to take his first win of season number 2. And in commanding fashion at that. Paul Ellison looking to launch down to turn numbers 3 and 4. These guys have got to give it everything, and now there's no more team battles. It's every man for himself. Luke Peterson looking high, looking low. Ellison blocks at the top. Peterson with the charge out of turn number 4. Going down on a drag race to the line. Who does the victory have? And a photo finish. I think Ellison by about a bumper. They're able to hang on for now. Here goes Ryan Dingler looking for the inside of the 3. Dingler sends it in. Trying to shove Sean Bound to the track. Here comes Austin McColgan. McColgan with a drive. Iverson down low. 4 wide. Looking for 5. Down the front stretch, an all-out drag race. And Tony Iverson out of nowhere. No, it's going to be McColgan. McColgan takes it by a few thou at the stripe. And they crash it down to the turn number 1. Started further towards the back, has driven to the point. Ben Mashburn, can he go for the win? Round the outside, looking for it into 3. Goes up top, Darley's still on the bottom. Drifting back, and no one's going to get there, or will they? A drag race off the corner. Here comes Max